Hello everyone, and welcome back to Mabinogi. I'm glad you're okay, Serene. Just conducting an investigation of my own on Matcha by exchanging letters with the head priest of our main Matcha. About this Dorka Feedhane you mentioned. Afraid I don't know too many details at this point, but I think it's about the ones that use the power of Matcha to carry out her orders. I think it's talking about whatever you saw what I said. Matcha is the goddess of destruction, and she has an ability to combine the willpower and the spirit of the soldiers into one singular being that adheres to the same thoughts and belief. Her endless pit of revenge and insanity is being seeded through each and every one of the soldiers that carry out her orders. At the head of all this, I hear, is a being that derives its power from the blessings of nature, It is not from the blessings of nature, but from the depths of anger and sadness of humanity, a corrupt night of light, aptly called the Dark Night. And to think of it, where did you hear about Dorka Feedhane? Tell Tarlac what happened at Albie Dungeon. What? What did you just say? Rory is alive? Tell Tarlac that Rory is the Dark Knight. What? Rory? Rory is the Dark Knight? No, that can't... How can he... Wait, then... What about Mari? You know what happened to her? Explain to Tarlac that Mari is Nao. Mari is the daughter of Morris? The one you all refer to as the guide of the spirits. Nao? Tarlac seems very concerned. How can this be? Serene, I'm sorry. Please give me some time. It's for Dorka Feedhane. I'd like to talk to Mevin about it. Alright, we'll go talk to Mevin about it then. We gotta do this quick because there's another quest immediately following talking to Mevin that involves talking to Tarlac again, so gotta do that before it becomes too late in the day to get back to him. It's kind of a pain. Luckily, this is the only generation that has something like this. All the other ones you can do without... I mean, they still have some waiting, but it's not like, oh, you missed an NPC's time, so now you have to wait again, you know? And if you keep missing the time, then you have to keep waiting. It's like... I'll wait, 5 minutes for a quest to drop into your inventory or something like that, Also, this is Mevin, right? No? This is not Mevin? Who's Mevin? Which one is Mevin? I just realized I have no idea who Mevin is. Oh, he's Tier Canale, actually. Okay, well, actually, I can still get there pretty easily. By warping with this. Cannot teleport while you're mounted. Why am I not surprised? Part of what's keeping me from doing Blaine is the fact that I can still use the book. I don't want to hit level 1000. We are at 500 though, so we're getting close to the point where we're going to lose out on that. Meaning of Dorka Feedhane. There's Mevin. What? Why did you try to talk to him from all the way back there? I don't know. It's you, Serene. I was just about to tell you that you were of great help restoring the statues of the goddess. I know we have the chief here, but on behalf of this great town, I want to thank you for your hard work. Anyway, about that Dorka Feedhane that you want to know more of. You heard of the name while battling against the Fomors. I believe that the Fomors are planning a massive war in the near future. Dorka Feedhane means the Army of Darkness, the elite army of Fomors that serves as Matcha's protection. I know this isn't something a priest should say, but they look like a bunch of evil creatures hungry for blood. Way back when the first war took place in the fields of Mag Twired, Matcha didn't even provide them with additional powers, and yet too many lives were lost at the hands of this notorious army. Now we're talking about Matcha instilling each and every soldier with her anger and hatred towards humans. I don't want to think about what's going to happen next. Serene, please be careful. Dorka Feedhane is a very, very dangerous group. And complete quest. Nice. And that fully trained our thing here. That's alright. Go ahead and advance that. Gave us enough levels to push through that entire thing. An entire, like, thing there. So now, manually complete the quest, then go talk to Tarlac. You'll receive Mari's arrow. So let's get moving there. And I assume Tarlac's thing will come in along the way. These things like to pop in as soon, like once you transition between areas or something, so. If not, hey, there it is, Tarlac's request. So, I know you're busy, but I really need your help. Please come see me, Tarlac. Serene, I've asked you to make your way here because I have a request for you. I think you'd be the one person that understands where I am coming from. That's why I summoned all the courage I have to ask you this. I'm sure you're aware of it, but I was unable to save my comrades before. Not only that, I used my injured body as an excuse. Did not even seek them ever since. I just couldn't look them in the eye. I just feel so guilty at the thought of meeting with the people that are associated with my fallen comrades. I don't even know if there's a sufficient way to apologize for my actions. Serene, I want to see Mari. No, Nao. Just once. That's all I need. I just want to see her with my very own eyes and know that she's alive and well. I want to see if she's doing well these days. Tarlac's voice starts to crack, and I really want to tell her that I'm sorry for not being there for her when she needed me. Out of all the people in Erin, of all the Tuatha De Danann, if you find someone that knows Nao, then can you please ask that person how a mortal like me can meet her? Tarlac gives you something from his shirt. It's an item that Mari used to use. I don't know how much help you'll get from this, but I'd like for you to find out by showing this around. Please, please do this for me. Alright. And then we take that and we talk to Nao's friend Duncan in Tir Kanale. Because, you know, Duncan is able to meet with Mari. Well, at least I muted the second time. Sorry about the first one, but I got the mute on the second one, so that was kind of nice. We just gotta make our way up here to see Duncan. And Duncan, who knows how to meet Nao because him and Nao talk regularly, can tell me how to get there. Tell Duncan about Tarlac. Duncan sighs deeply. I had no idea. He was really down on himself like that. That was probably her destiny. Nao was doing fine, Serene. She does not think of this world the way Tarlac believes she does. Mari is already the kind of being that has long surpassed the boundaries of this world. Nao can't put herself directly in contact with the people of Erin. People like me. Don't know why that's the case, but only people like you that have come from the Soul Stream, the ones that have been called from the people from another star, the Militians. She can only help people like you. Us? We can't even see her. But if we're just talking about seeing her, then I have to say there might be a way. But to do that, I need the Holy Potion of Limelark. It's a potion that brings the power of another world to Erin and expands on it. The only way I can see Nao, through that. Teach you how to make the Holy Potion of Limelark. Your job is to make it and bring it to Tarlac. Like for you to finally alleviate some of the pain he has carried for so long. Please wait for a bit. Well, I think it's finally time for you to know this. Please listen carefully, Serene. Now that some time had passed since the Lord of Mabinogi passed away, tell you a story that you might not have ever heard of. You know who was responsible for hurting Nao's father and personally slaying her mother? It was actually the Lord of Mabinogi. He was too blinded by power and greed, and he wanted to eliminate Morose's presence from Erin. He wound up snatching away everything that was supposed to be for Morose. He could not accept the fact that a commoner like Morris, I think is actually how you say it, saying it wrong, was going to achieve more than he ever would. That's why he did not allow Morris to enjoy what was rightfully his in his lifetime. Instead, he allowed him to be glorified as a warrior that saved the world after his death. Understand if you are having a hard time accepting this, but know that this is all true. If the story ever reached the Lord's ears, the small town would not have been able to survive his wrath. This is the reason why this old man had kept his mouth shut for the longest time. My story is over. Please go see Tarlac. Alright, deliver the holy potion. So I guess it gave us the holy potion? Yeah, it did. I think you were originally supposed to craft it because there is a crafting recipe for it on this thing, potion making. Like, you can actually craft that through potion making. It has absolutely no purpose except for this quest. So I think they changed it so that you didn't have to craft it anymore. That's why in that he's like, I'll teach you how to craft it. And like, you were supposed to craft it and then he told you the thing. Oh, you found out about it already? I don't know what to say. Tell Tarlac Chief Duncan's story and hand him the holy potion of Limelark. Oh, I see. In the end, Mari is not part of this world anymore. Thank you, Serene. Thank you for granting my long-standing wish. Doesn't matter if I can't talk with Mari. No, I mean Nao. I can at least see her through this. She can hear my story. I really don't know how to thank you for this. Something I want to take care of the rest of the way, so as for the ritual required to see her, I'll find out myself. I'll never ever forget the good deed you did for me. Aww. And James' request. Price told me about you. You do realize that Maj is the one who granted the Army of Darkness their power, don't you? I have more information if you're interested. James. James of Emain Matcha. Yay. I don't have to do anything with Tarlac for a little while. I don't think. Not for a little while. But we might end up with a wait. Cause, yeah. Oh boy. We're gonna get into that quest next. Oh, fun. So remember at the start of Generation 3, where I said something along the lines of like, you're gonna see why the support puppet is like required? Probably next episode, I'm gonna say, because I don't think we'll get to it this episode. Because there's still a few things here. Probably next episode, you'll see. You'll see what I mean. If not next episode, probably episode after, because we're about to go do that dungeon. It's like 2 quests from now. So, it's like this quest, and then there's another one, and then after that, like halfway through that quest, is where you get to that get to that part. So, thank you for coming, Serene. I was going through some old records. I noticed something interesting. It's about Matcha's resurrection. I believe she has already been resurrected and is now waiting to be reawakened. Do you know how the tragedy of Emain Matcha started in the first place? It all began when Esres ordered a Redire to kidnap a Fomor child. Dark Lord's forces attacked Emain Matcha in response, killing all those people in the process. All over one child? No, I believe that child is, in fact, the reincarnation of Matcha. I've examined it from every angle as the only plausible explanation. Child is the key to prosperity for the Fomors. Of course, they couldn't leave her in human hands. Broken statues are just the beginning. Fomors intend to revive Matcha and set her in a blaze. That said, we still have hope. I've checked the signs, and I don't believe the child is fully awakened. If we can prevent her from realizing who she is, we have to either steal the child from the Fomors again, or learn what the Fomors need to complete the awakening and take it from them. I have a request for you, Serene. Share what I've told you with the Priestess of Dunbarton. She's very knowledgeable in Fomora matters. I'm sure she can point you in the right direction. Gee, I wonder why. She's very knowledgeable about Fomora matters. Gee, I wonder why she's knowledgeable in Fomora matters. Because she was one. I know. That's not common knowledge. It's not common knowledge. But it is something that, we know, and things like that. So it's just fun to like think about that. Like, it's just fun to think about the fact that, like, we know this really important detail about her that most people don't know. They just know is like, hey, for some reason, you know, she's very Fomor-like. She knows the Fomor language. She knows a lot about what's going on with the Fomor. She's very Fomor-like for some reason. We don't know why. There's a reason for that. There is. Whee! Whoa! A little bit too far there. James sent you about Macha's revival, yes? You're looking for a way to stop the gods of destruction from reawakening. Tell Crystal what James told you. Excuse me, my child from Moore that is suspected of being Macha. I understand. What James told you is true. The child hasn't become Macha just yet. I remember hearing of an ancient spell that can transport a life force from one body into another using a medium. I don't know of all the details, but if we can find the medium and destroy it, perhaps we can prevent the transfer from happening. That's all I can tell you. Suggest you pay the chief of Tir Canale a visit. Revan tells me that he's very knowledgeable about such matters. Confidence that this chief can give you some direction. Also, was that an old Duncan model? That didn't look like his current model. It may have been an old Duncan model. I don't know if there is a thing or not, but that did not look like the same model that I'm used to seeing. At least it didn't to me. But yes, we're about to find out something very interesting, actually. So, there's some very interesting things that you find out here about Morrigan, Keyhole, and Neo, and Macha. Macha too, of course. But yeah, there's some interesting stuff that we're going to be finding out here. I believe, anyway. Form of life transferred into another body. It's Duncan voice. And the priest of Dunbarton told you to talk to me about it. I think Priest Mevin is spreading some incorrect information. A reawakening of Macha does not involve a live body with a different spirit transferred into it, like you said. It's more like a chosen body, selected to be the median for the spirit of the god, and slowly becoming one with it. Of course, this process does not happen just like that. The medium used for that, the wisdom of the ancients, is a set of stairs made with the power of magic, made by the wise men from way back. By the wise men from way back. Climbed up as a godlike okay, whatever. I think something in that wasn't written right, or I wasn't reading it right. I don't know. Yes, if it's used to reawaken the chosen girl into a godlike presence, then it has to be the wisdom of the ancients. I'm sure you've noticed it by now. That's also how Neo also became the way she is today. There it is. There it is. So Mari was the incarnation of a goddess, just straight up to begin with. And the wisdom of the ancients was used on her, and she became Neo. How much you want to bet that they thought she was Mari, or she was Macha, and tried to revive her, and that's why she became Neo? And then they're like, oops, wrong goddess. Probably. Because remember, like, you know, Mari was there with Morris and the Black Knight and all that before in Gen 1. You know, when Tarlac and Rory got beaten up and everything by them, so I bet you anything that they captured Mari thinking, oh, this has got to be the girl or whatever, and then they used the wisdom of the ancients, and it turned out that nope, she was Neo instead. Now she just governs the soul stream, because that's all she can do. She just helps out Millicents. Or Militians. What did you learn? Tell James what Mevin and Duncan told you. Wisdom of the ancients. Morals transforming into gods. That's what's required of Matcha's revival. Oh my. So, that is what Esrast was after. Pieces are finally coming together. Esrast unearthed Tabartus to obtain the wisdom of the ancients. Then she wanted to become a goddess herself? Tabartus is the guardian of the wisdom of the ancients. If she could control it, then that wisdom would have been hers. Alright, since Tabartus is nowhere to be found, it may already be in the hands of the Fomors. The wisdom of the ancients is called Leah Fail. If it's fallen into the hands of the Fomors, then we must either take it back or destroy it ourselves. Otherwise, Matcha will be reawakened, and hell will come to Aaron. We must find out where Leah Fail is located. I hear that in Seal Island there's a Fomor that actually speaks the human language. Ask it for directions to Leah Fail. Please prevent the resurrection of Matcha. Now I'd better report this to my superiors. Good luck. Alright. Also, I don't know if I mentioned it. I'm sure you guys saw it. But I went back to Chain Slash in between episodes, just so that, you know, when we do start fighting and such, I can get levels and things. That said, there's not going to be much in the way of fighting until a little bit later. Oh, actually, the quest that I have is actually right here, I think. Talk to Aodin about the Fomor Scroll. So, fun fact, if you're playing as a male character, you actually talk to Eaven. Or Eaven. Even? E-A-V-E-N. Who is Even? Anyway. That's, oh, the girl in Dunbarton. That seems interesting, that you would go there, but whatever. If you're male, I don't know why. Unknown Fomor Scroll? Why are you asking about that? You received the unknown Fomor Scroll. Well, there is such a scroll. There are many kinds of Fomor scrolls, and there are some that we simply don't know the origins of. It's just that most of those Fomor scrolls are so powerful, they make sure I get them as soon as they're found, so no one else can use them for evil. Why do you need such a scroll? Explain the situation to Aodin, which was probably told to me by Murrow at Seal Island at some point. You know, that they have changed this quest line, is what I'm saying. So, just to make it shorter and match up with, like, the others, so the only way to resurrect Matcha, the goddess of destruction, is through Leah Fail. You need the unknown Fomor Scroll in order to find out where Leah Fail is, right? If that is the case, I have no choice but to give you the scroll, but I want you to promise me one thing. Think that you have already gone through enough trouble restoring the statues of the goddesses everywhere. From here on out, I really want you to think twice when accepting requests from other people. I am just really worried about you, you know that, right? See the unknown Fomor Scroll from Aodin. I think, again, we were originally going to go talk to Murrow, and then he would tell us, yeah, I need the scroll, and I can give you this pass. And then you came back here, talk to Aodin to get the pass, then you go back and talk to Murrow. But they changed that, I guess. So, I don't know. I haven't played the original version of Gen 3 ever, so I have no clue. So I really can't tell you, unfortunately, because I really don't have the slightest clue. And Seal Island. 12:10. Alright. Because we have to talk to Tarlac after this. Talk to Merle, and then talk to Tarlac. So I'm just checking the time and where we'll be at that point. Here's Merle. Please don't do that. Let's see. Well, you actually brought it. Yeah, see. I think there was dialogue that we were supposed to get that. Give Merle the Fomor Scroll. Here, a promise is a promise. Pass the Leah Fail. Receive the dungeon pass from Merle. Oh, it's ripped. Can't enter with this pass. Need to use a spell to put it back together. Need a human. A druid. Person with a long gown. Druid does magic. Ask a druid. Murrow? Murrow does not know. Druid knows. Fix the pass and enter the dungeon. Mork sees you different after that. You can get all the dungeon passes you want then. Hee hee hee. Mork. This is Murrow. First, meet the human druid. Get the druid to fix the pass. Because the moon gate nearby. Oh, this one is, I actually had to do that. That was just his regular dialogue. There's a moon gate nearby, a bunch of people come by now. So, that's basically what he was saying. Well, alright. Well, let's head back to Tarlac. And at this point, we gotta just wait for Tarlac again. So, oh boy, I don't want to do this part. I hate this part. I really do. Talk to Aoden. Then talk to Tarlac. Then talk to Aoden. Talk to Tarlac. And then the part that I hate. Well, I guess with that, I'm going to go ahead and leave it off here. I do hope you have enjoyed so far. If you have, feel free to subscribe. Check the video description down below for a link to the playlist. That way you can get caught up on any episodes you might have missed. And with that, I will see you guys next time. See you later. That's just so cute. I love it.